Okay, this will be real quick. I've had some issues with my screen screen recorder, but I'm gonna try to make this as quick as I can. Okay, so quick update on my Google Apps Script Orchestrator. Um, what I've done here is I've built an agentic system using Google Apps Script environment, and um, what I've done is added a few things, autopilot, so I can run these things in the background when I step away. Um, A couple of things are like proactively query the Google Search Console and Google Analytics to identify crawl errors, anomalies, and optimization opportunities. I can research market trends based on current topics and synthesize 3 social posts and 1 outline for a technical paper. Provide directives for extending the GAS Orchestrator. The agent will work in the background. Emails will be sent for human approval. Or I can command the coding engine to run unit tests for the existing code base to ensure it's running optimally and without error. These are just things I can run in the background while I'm not operating the system. They just continually run in the background um, on a schedule, though. And then another thing I've added is on the Pulse tab, I've added this SEO opportunity score. So what it does is when it imports all the Google Search Console and Google Analytics data, it gives me an opportunity score of things that I can work on to bring that up. Not very impressive stats right now, but I don't have any opportunity score apparently. This analysis thing, basically what I've done is I've integrated this analysis for content. And what this does is use Google classifiers to kind of analyze your content and give it an entropy score. So as you can see, it's going off of several different things like lexical diversity, first party evidence, entity coherence. Some of the things you might actually recognize are like syntactic burstiness and information gain. That's a big one. So this is just a directional guide. It is not a source of truth. Google's classifiers change every day. I think Google has probably been one of the most notorious for updating every day. They update the search engine multiple times each day. So these scores can change over time. But this is just to kind of give you a directional guide into what to look at. So don't take those, literally. They're just a close directional guide for you. And something else I've implemented was a coding module. So in the terminal, we have the main terminal. This is how you command the swarm. This is how you interact with the entire agentic system. And on this coding environment right here, this module, it's only for continuous improvement, continuous development. So it's just basically piped into my CI/CD pipeline. So just being able to iterate and improve over time this system is really important. So think of it kind of like a recursive feedback loop, sort of, because it does have that self-healing built into it. But we have a sandbox to prototype things rapidly. We have monitoring, pipeline, monitoring for stages, and commits. So what I can do is I can link on my GitHub repo and I can connect to it. And it's going to do is import all the files, and then I can add to that project and then sync it to GitHub from within my agentic environment. So really cool stuff, because within Google Apps Script, you might not know this, but it doesn't interact with JavaScript files natively. You have to wrap those or introduce those as strings. So what I've done here is with this particular coding module, I've implemented a hybrid model. So I push to GitHub and I push to the AppScript project itself. So I'm hosting this natively through the AppScript project, but I've also uploaded this to GitHub because I know a lot of people are going to want to get access to this. And yeah, I can't keep this to myself. I got to share it. But one important thing to differentiate is the fact that when you write and code from what's inside this environment, it also what it does is when it creates the .gs file, it also creates a .js file for the same purpose, because what it does is it stores the .js files for local development. So if you ever are developing this locally and you want to integrate something else or integrate this into something else like Python, you could just use the JS files and instead of the .gs files. So if that went over your head, I can go further into that and I'll just drop a comment. But basically what it is Google's AppScript environment is their own proprietary JavaScript environment, and they can't run native JavaScript in there. So you have to have a separation of concern there. So when I'm like iterating on this, I want to be able to do both. So natively within AppScript, but also if I want to take this outside of AppScript, I can also do that as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the update I have for this. But one thing I want to show you, I'm going to show you a couple things first. I'm going to show you what these agents look like when you run them. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull in the APIs. It's going to show me what APIs are connected. I don't have very many connected right now, just the basic Google ones. But I just also have these for OpenAI and Screenshot One. I just haven't connected them yet. I'm trying to keep this as natively Google as possible. So at some point I may integrate those, who knows. But they're just there for placeholders right now. So there's all kinds of different slash commands. In fact, I might as well just go ahead and show you the slash commands. So it says it couldn't find the settings. So let's see what's. Oh, I don't have that slash command. Okay, that's why I couldn't find it. So I'm gonna be adding that slash command in here tonight. But we have all these different slash commands that work natively within this terminal, so you don't have to worry about, remembering what to ask it. If you just want to give it a slash command, it can do all these kind of different things, just listing different things for you. Just basically like a monitoring log almost. You kind of want to just check in and see what's going on. I've also integrated voice dictation, so you can also use your voice, and you can also upload images. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And so I'll show you what the agents look like when they're working. So we'll go ahead and decode this intel. What it's going to do is it's going to assign the agents. Go ahead and show you this. So when it's yellow, it's working. When it's teal, blue colored, it's not working. It's idle. So you'll start to see it communicate to different modules, different teams. As it goes through the process, and you'll be able to look at this on the campaigns tab too. You can see that it's created phase 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so each phase has its own steps. It's dictating. We've got the SEO builder and validator and orchestrator going. We have a research builder and research validator going. We have an analytics builder and an analytics builder and another analytics builder. Lots of analytics builders and then an analytics validator. So it's just importing my stuff and checking against it. So what it's going to do is it's going to generate a report based on this audit of the SEO opportunity score, and then it's going to give it to me in the terminal. So it'll show up here in this terminal. And so right here we have this resume mission button. What this is there's a 6-minute execution time limit for Google Apps Script. I don't know why they have that, but they have a 6-minute execution time. If your task runs longer than 6 minutes, it will pause and give you the option to resume the mission. As you can see, it's already doing it before I even clicked on it. But if there was a sensitive task like creating a tool or deleting a file in, like, say, the drive, it would pause until I hit that button. So let's give that a second to run through. We'll check on the campaigns again. You see it's gone to phase 2 now. and we'll just kind of watch it go through the phases. Also, you can watch it on this. So it's still talking to that one. And when we see it, it'll go to different ones too. It might go to this one. Cool part about this is that this is just for show. This is just kind of an extra way of looking at how the system's running. We're on phase 2 still. We have on our stream, tells you what all the agents are doing. Same thing over here. This is more like showing you who's doing what, and this is more showing you what they're doing. These little dots up here are status icons for this right here. So when you see that turn a different color, you know it's in a different stage. So we'll just wait. It takes a second because it has to go through several different phases. We'll just watch this campaign. It's the easiest way to do it. So when you watch the campaign feed, you'll watch it go from phase to phase. Now it's on phase 3. So in phase 3, it's going to develop a site-wide SEO strategy based on the findings from the previous task. And then it's going to create a spreadsheet model to forecast the potential impact of the proposed strategy. And then it's going to draft a client-ready report summarizing everything. And then it's going to use a slide deck as supporting materials. So task is approved. The builder is attempting it. So now we have a data builder going. And it should have a data validator coming up. There it is. I also have a content validator too. So all these different builders and validators are there's 2 to a team. So when you look at this, there's 2 to a team. On each one of these, there's 2 agents. One's a builder and one's a validator. So it's going through the different teams. So once it gets to phase 4, sometimes when it's going through these phases, it'll blank out until it gets to the next phase. It's just a little small bug I have to figure out. I may have fixed it. I haven't seen it do it in the last couple of days, but you never know. So also this button right here is unavailable when it's doing things. So you can also see which phase it's on up here. Oh yeah, and also too, down here at the bottom, I have the person that's logged in, CIDC link, so it's waiting to be linked, to be synced, and Intel link is stable. So these are just kind of looking at, system-wide, just so you have some kind of context about what's going on. If something happens with this, you'll see it turn red down here, but we're not doing that right now. We're just doing some agent tasks, so shouldn't be worried about the CICD. So now see how it blanked out right there? Then it comes back. So I had to figure out what's causing that. I'm not sure exactly what's causing that, but little bugs here and there. So once that's done, it's going to show me this. So it's already popped it out. So here's the executive summary. This is the report. I'll go ahead and resume that mission. So it's giving me the report. It's what it's doing right now is it's building the slide deck and the spreadsheet and storing that in my Google Drive. So I'll give that a second. See, it's invoking the Drive files for the SEO spreadsheet model. it's doing the Gmail search for for the SEO analysis report. So it's going to send me this analysis when it's done. So now we have all phases complete, and it's synthesizing the final report. And so now once this turns blue or teal colored, it'll be done. So there we go. So now it's done. All right. I'll look at the stream. And we'll look at, so the campaign list is empty. That means there's nothing else going on. Yeah, so now I can look at my Google Drive and I'll find that report. Okay, so that's the cool thing about these agentic systems is that you can tell them exactly what to do and they'll do it. The hard part is iterating through it and finding all the bugs and things that are unexpected edge cases. So that's what I'll be doing the next few days, going through and trying to test all the edge cases and see what I can tighten up here. But that's what I've got going on so far. If this interests you, drop a comment, link up with me on social media. I'll be building this. This is my 2026 goal, is to build this agentic system. I'm off to a pretty good start. If anybody else wants to follow along and keep up with this project, follow, hit the notification bell, stay up to date with what's going on with this, because I'll be dropping a video once or twice a week. And yeah, anybody that wants access to this, let me know. I'll be putting this up on GitHub or sharing this from GitHub soon. Yeah, I'll see you until the next video.